Hannah, how do you feel like you've got to this spot where you are so damn consistent with your macros, your workouts, your sleep schedule, your water, like everything? You've gotten to this point where it's on automatic for you. I would love to kind of just pick your brain and get a little insight into how you work.
I mean, I think it comes down to keeping it simple, right? I mean, it takes practice. Being able to put in the work and do it day in and day out does take practice. It's not something that comes easily, but I think that we have to let go of our egos. You have to trust the process and, one day at a time.
Yeah,
I think that's the best way to just kind of start to set yourself up for success. I mean, personally, I am like my body clock, I'm in bed by 10 p.m. every single
you
night.
really are. Yeah. 5 p.m. is too late for a meeting.
It is way too late for me. I'm sorry, that doesn't work. If
I
anyone
love it.
hits
I
me up,
love it.
it's like,
Do not disturb is at like 4 p.m.
bro, for real. If anyone is hitting me up and they're like, "Oh, let's hang out," like, no, because like I'm not going to be getting my 8 to 9 hours.
Yeah. So you say no a lot too.
I do.
You've
And
gotten good at
that's
saying no.
Yes, that is something that, I've had to get better at as I've gotten older. Setting boundaries and saying no is, I think, imperative to your success because there's so much power in that.
For sure.
People don't realize how much power there is in no. No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Simple.
it's no is a sentence.
But you said it hasn't always been this easy. Like it's been a handful of years, trial and error. You've gone through a lot. So for you, like getting to this point you're at now, yeah, I mean, it just you've gone through it, and
Yeah, absolutely. I've dealt with a lot of mental health, struggles. To whoever is watching this, I see you.
and
But
we all deal with it. It's about how you
yes,
know
we
work
all
through it and what you learn from it.
exactly. And like, that's a big emphasis on that is like you're not alone. It's been a battle, but like you have to keep going. I mean, get up the next day, do one thing every single day that you're going to be proud of for yourself.
Yeah,
Like if it means that much, you should be so proud of yourself because you did
100%.
it.
Yeah,
You
wins.
know, and it's you're going to come out on the other side so proud of yourself, just dropping that ego and like that mental block of I can't. I think that changing that mindset to I get to is a big difference. I tell myself like I get to move my body today.
Yep.
It's a blessing every day to be able to move your body. Because let me tell you, like even 3 years ago, I wouldn't be able to probably tell you that because we were all dealing with pandemic stuff. I mean, everybody's got their own problems. And it's just like really come down to me being frustrated, fed up, and deciding to put in the work. I've
Yeah.
done a lot of work. And that goes into seeing doctors, going to therapy, doing my own self-help, and just really putting in the effort because I didn't want to be stuck anymore. And you can't just assume that it's going to change. You got to do that.
Yeah, 100%. It's a journey. You're an
Hmm.
expensive investment, but you're the best investment uh
That's right.
in the whole world. So, what's the biggest impact the priming program has had on you the last 6 months?
I mean, honestly, I think that, this amount of time that I've spent with, building some of the, like building on top of these habits that I had, like really habit stacking, I guess you could say, has done nothing but positive things for me. It's really helped me amp up my routine to the next level.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited to see these changes. Now that I'm at this point, y'all, I'm on anxiety medication and I've lost 20 pounds since January almost. You know what I mean? I mean, it is possible. And I know that can be a mental block because some of these medications can make it very hard for people to lose weight. And that doesn't go to say that it hasn't been a little bit slow at times. But just like knowing that these changes are possible is what keeps me going. And it feels good. I feel good. I'm eating the most
Yeah,
protein I've ever eaten in my life.
you are.
And I'm
160.
hungry. I'm still hungry, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing. And I think that, just seeing these positive changes that have happened, and that doesn't go to say that there haven't been days where I'm like, I don't want to go to the gym,
Yeah.
but I don't ever regret going. So I think like, just really adding on to my habits and, improving my overall quality of life has been the biggest positive impact.
I love that. I've definitely seen it as well. What would you say to someone who's on the fence about hiring a coach or joining a program and maybe is worried about like it being too hard or failure or not having enough time or all of these excuses or ideas that people make up in their head?
You know what? I mean, guys, I've done this 3 times now. 3 times. Not just with Josh, with someone else prior. And if that doesn't, the fact that I've done it 3 times, it works. I mean, there's science backing these methodologies. It's not just something that's made up. Um, I've had to come to the conclusion recently that like I'm not one of those people that just can't work out to maintain the physique that I want. I have to work out at
Yeah.
least 4 days a week. That's just, that's not my reality. What in your life is, this is probably a better question for whoever is on the fence. What part of life that wasn't hard wasn't so worth it? Sure, it's going to be hard. Sure, it sounds like a lot, but you do this one day, 1 week at a time. If you take it one day, 1 week at a time, and you implement those changes, I think you can do nothing but thank yourself for it.
100%. There's nothing more worth it than being confident, having your health, doing work that you feel good about, heightening
Hmm.
your state, having energy to, tackle your day and your job and your relationships.
Exactly.
There's nothing better and more valuable. You can't even put a price tag on your health. And that's what I try to tell people.